Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Carex and this will be the third episode of this starter build series. I'm liking the way the city's looking so far. I'm kind of wondering about how this sort of design could continue into here or how it can kind of swoop down into here. I'm also realizing that we are going to need just a lot more residential, and I think that's what we need to tackle right now. Let's have it going at least speed 2 so we can keep. But it looks like our money issues are over. I don't think there's anything. Is there anything we needed to add with Boomtown? A death care. We do need to get death care down. Okay, where does that fit? Actually, I think this could probably fit like over here, to be honest. Because that's kind of a larger open space. That's kind of between. We're kind of adding a lot of services and stuff sort of in between the homes and what is ultimately going to be the agricultural district. Almost getting to that point where it's just time to kind of water everything up, not have to worry about this anymore. Whoops, that was a little bit goofy going through that. And I'm just watering it up not to worry about it. It's not going to be a significant amount of maintenance. Not enough for us to really care. That did burn most of our money though, so at the, it's momentary money, I guess. We'll also be able, we're getting kind of close to the point where we'll be able to get rid of a lot of these power lines, so I'm excited that'll be something that we won't have to worry about too much longer. This is probably going to be our final wind turbine. And are we still at 150% budget on those? We are, which isn't great. But it looks like we will indeed be able to get the advanced wind turbine once we get the money for that. So we should have enough power for now, though. Consumption is 5 megawatts below production. There we go. Looks good. Time to fill in this space. I think it makes sense to kind of have, maybe you go in 15, and maybe you guys meet up. It's not quite a 90 on the one end, but we'll take it. I think the nature of this is it's probably going to be a little blockish. I think that's probably okay. That was a 20? And what happens if we go to the very, very end here? And we could do that same lining that we did previously. I'm trying to just use different kinds of roads, right, just for that sort of contrast. Having a connection right there is not the best. You see, all these angles aren't quite lined up. All these angles are not quite lined up. Just because of this not being sort of like, this isn't a 90-degree curve right there. But I think what we're getting is going to look okay. I think this is going to look okay. We could go 20s, but, that's kind of a waste of space. Maybe having 20 on the first bit is good, and then we could go 11s. I'm hoping that as we get a little bit closer, maybe, we can start to see different shapes sort of popping up that we could work with. Wait a second, what would this give us? Okay. Okay. I'm just doing some random stuff here. What is that? What was the whole distance here? In 17, we could go out like 7 and then just hook it like that. I get some different shapes. Dead end this down here. Fill in some more space. Doesn't look too bad, right? It's not incredible, but it doesn't look too bad. That kind of makes it patterned a bit, right? Because now we kind of have a little bit of a pattern going. Also utilizing that space, which we were talking about. What would this look like if we went to there to there? That'd be dirt. I don't particularly love this, but that's part of the issue right there. But this is a big area. It's going to fill in with houses. Maybe once it's filled in, it'll look good. I'm not sure. We'll have to just try it and see what happens. Here we go. Actually, probably just do the marquee tool for a lot of this. I don't know if we want to be zoning on that end though. Or actually, I don't know if we want to be zoning on this. And I think if we had, right, if we had, there we go. There's a pathway, so let's go turn off snapping. And let's try to clip this, and that'll clean up the zoning on that other road. Right? There we go. Much better zoning there. I could see us actually going in here and kind of doing a little bit of a clip here. Just get it on the right side. So when we fill this in, it won't look too bad. Although this might need to get refreshed. I don't even know if we really want zoning right there, to be honest. Yeah, better. Better, I think. So let's let this fill in. That's going to be a lot more population. It's going to be, heck, I mean, not quite double, but it's going to be a good chunk more. This also can then, this does need to kind of go through. I think, do we just go straight? Do we just keep this straight going? And kind of go down to the water here. Those are some bad four-way intersections, but now we kind of have this idea of maybe commercial down here, maybe more sort of waterfront housing down in there. I don't know, I don't particularly think that a road right like this makes any sense, but I do think that eventually you'd want to kind of jam in some homes out here. I think we could actually try to do some homes out here though. Maybe we continue in with the dirt too. I don't know if I want to like, actually, you know what, just going with that doesn't look too bad. I know this looks like it's oil, but we already have some oil over, and we can always, right, like creatively speaking, we can always kind of go with the flow on where the resources are. We could just add and remove them with extra landscaping tools at least. And I think that is really, really nice. It's nice to kind of like use what's on the map as a little bit of inspiration. But again, if you have your own idea, right? If you have your own idea, don't let the game stop you. Don't let the map stop you. Map's great for getting ideas when you don't have them. When you have them, just go with them. The road is a little bit skinnier, so you're always going to have that little gap right there. But I don't think that gap actually looks bad. Just in general, I don't think that's a bad looking area. Yeah, this is where we got our population up a lot. It looks like this sort of segment of build. I do want to do more work in here though, for sure. We could leave some of these spaces for parks and things. This could probably be a really cool park right in here, to be honest. It looks like these areas just haven't had water like at all, period. Are bad there. And for the most part, it looks like everything's coming along in terms of getting watered up. And again, I'm really kind of just going a little crazy with this here because I think the water gameplay in this game is a little boring. So I'm just getting it out of the way so we don't have to think about it anymore. Economically, we're still making just unlimited amounts of money. It doesn't It's not going to affect anything on that front. Industry, it's still asking for a lot of industry though, huh? But we should be getting houses. We should be getting, our population should be growing, but for some reason it's kind of not. Let's go in with some services here. I think actually having this, wouldn't usually like to place this sort of on the edge of a neighborhood, but because this edge of the neighborhood actually sort of ties into all these people, it's going to make a lot of people happy. We might also want to put power or police. Wow. You know, being a weirdo today. Put some police over here. It's a good amount of people happy. Good amount of people happy there. We've given them high school, and we've given them elementary school. I mean, these guys are living the good life over here. We do technically have the ability to put in bus lines, but another clinic might not be the worst thing in the world. This is all using more power, so let's make sure we get one of these out here, which now we can officially do this, which is great. So that's going to give us a huge boost of power. We might even be able to bring this down, but that's actually going to be kind of tight. But that should save us some more money. Yeah, we're barely producing more than we're consuming. Once we get up to 12,000 again, which will be super fast, just a couple days and we'll have it. Then I think we build another one of these and we say goodbye to power issues. Looks like this is going to be a great spot to just add a bunch of power and stuff. I think water, we're not even close. Actually, we are close to needing more water and sewage. Surprisingly close. Huh. It's interesting. I wonder why that number was bouncing back and forth though too. There we go. We officially have more power than we could ever want. I wouldn't mind getting rid of all of these just so we could sort of build down here a little bit more. I guess we'll just keep kind of growing these out. Eventually, long term, right, you unlock some tiles and stuff. Long term, you'll be able to kind of push. Heck, you could have, you know, your power just completely like, you know, in distant areas. We don't even have the ability to build the oil power plant. At least this is a nice condensed unit. 120 megawatts, you know, that's actually not too bad. It does cost 2,000 per week though, so it's not cheap, but maybe that would be kind of nice to do. Garbage wise, we are at 57% filled. It's pretty high actually. Not enough customers. Yeah, it is asking for industrial demand. This is actually kind of filling up in a decent way. The only thing I'm regretting here is this curviness really isn't being echoed in this area. I actually don't mind this because this kind of goes with this a little bit, which looks kind of nice. This right here doesn't make, this particular section right here just needs to be a little bit more harmonious with the other side of the road here. It's just too different. And you could come in with trees and stuff and maybe try to make that look good, but yeah, they don't even want commercial, which is odd. Usually the game's really like gun-ho for commercial. So let's I guess let's start to chop this up a little bit. I think the thing to do would just be to kind of go with these I mean, heck, you know what we could do actually? We could take these roads. Let's take these roads and build them out, but we won't connect them up here, and maybe we'll have a second sort of side road, and then the idea is to then go back and delete these. But that kind of makes it seem like these are the same street, right? Just continuing through. Which I think kind of adds kind of a naturalness to the district area. Man, I don't know if this is gonna really hook up well or not. It's all experimentation. Seeing what works and just rolling with it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, great. Now you know. Ooh, see, this is just like, it's just like, these are like small segments and these are like big chunks. that imbalance right there is a little goofy. It doesn't look awful, but it's a little goofy. Also, there's kind of a difference where, you know, we have a situation where, like, this branch right here is kind of non-symmetrical to the fact that this doesn't come out and branch down. And what we could do is we could actually just kind of bring this around, eyeball this, try to hook that up into there, but I mean, I don't know if we'd be able to get this to look good. But maybe we have to try. Maybe that actually does tie it in a lot better, because now it looks like this road's continuing through. Now maybe this gives us some justification to go over here with something really sharp and tight right at the entrance. I just don't know if we actually literally want that connection there, because that could kind of bog down traffic wise and stuff. So maybe this little bit right there just needs to be kind of like sort of an imaginary connection. Or didn't we talk about that we could use like pathways and stuff, right? We could use pathways to make that connection without actually making that connection. So visually we can make the connection here. But it's not really there. It is for people, at least. If you want to walk. If we start zoning this, I'm not sure if it's going to look good or not. That's a lot of industry. I'm almost kind of tempted not even to zone this side here and just let it be off of the main road, or these sort of, you know, parallel roads here. I don't know. I don't think that's actually going to look too bad if we filled this in with all agriculture, but that's going to be a massive agricultural area, like maybe too big. Maybe too big to make any sense. I think honestly, guys, this might be a good place to take a cut here, and then we'll finish the city up in the fourth episode. I think we'll be able to fill this in, maybe get a lot more growing out here, get another neighborhood started, sort of plan out, sketch out the industrial area. We have this area that we could, or commercial area, and then start to get some other things going. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching this episode in this sort of starter build design series, cities design series. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you guys in the next one.